went back to school and did all the studies to become. I went to a master degree, and I wanted to work with trauma and stuff. And then I did my master degree, got a job, and now I moved to Ottawa to study, of course, and then got a job in a mental health. And actually, it was a clinic like where there's a doctor, psychologist, a mental health professional, like a how do you call that? Like a holistic kind of clinic.
Yep.
And that's where I work. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm French. I'm going to ask some terms.
You're good.
And then I met an Admiral from World War II. I knew nothing about the Army because in Quebec, it's not very... Quebec is a little bit apart from the rest of the country because of the language, but also for lots of federal entity or organization. Anyway, in north of Quebec, mainly, I was not, or my family, or the town, or I don't know, we're not very much into that world.
Yeah.
So really, that was the first time I met a military in that setting. That was amazing because I was a counselor at the time. I was in a psychologist yet, and I was fascinated because this man had like the most amazing story of like war story, life story, but also had a huge PTSD from World War II and forgot decades of his life. And this man, I think about him with like, he passed away, unfortunately, this man, but with so much endearment. It was a 90 years old client of mine, and I just like clinically fell in love with that client, really. Like, I really loved him. He really touched my heart, and I was like, whoa, PTSD. And by then I had a master's degree, and I did a thesis in eating disorder. So I was really not in that field yet. It's really that man that changed everything for me. I was like, what is this thing, PTSD? That's insane. Like, I studied it in the master's degree, but not in depth at all.
Yeah.
And I was just like fascinated by what the brain can do when they face trauma. And it kind of like reminded me of my student that also faced trauma, had a very adverse effect on her life, like very adverse. And then I decided, you know what, I want to study, I want to push that. I want to push PTSD prevention. That's what I want to do. PTSD prevention, that was my goal.